Yo, what's up, guys? We're going to talk about the 2024 CDL season today. We're going to talk about the rosters first, then we're going to move into the coaches' predictions, then we're going to move into some matches for the weekend, and then we're probably going to give our who's going to get benched first, who's going to get kicked, and who's going to be our MVP for the season. My name is Mix. I'm the owner of Pobo here. We've got some of the boys of Omop or Old Men of Pobo here. If you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourself. One of the guys here is Impact.
Yo, what's good?
We also have Mike.
Yo,
We
what it
also
do, Flight
have
Crew?
a Dactyle or Austin.
How's it going?
All right, guys. So as you can see here, we have a list of some of the new rosters for the season. As you can see, pretty much most of them are new. Everybody made a change. Some of your most important ones that made changes here are going to be things like the Los Angeles Thieves, right? They made a whole they blew it up because they're broke. Then you have new teams coming in, new brands like the Miami Heretics, which is the old BO4 Heretics team, if we all remember them from the CWL era. Then we also have a new brand, the Carolina Royal Ravens, which I hear Impact might be a little fan of this season.
Possibly.
Then we also have some new faces on old rosters like Texas, Optic Texas, and then we also have one new person on one of your fan favorites, Atlanta FaZe, with Draza coming in on that one as well. So let's go ahead and get into kind of some predictions on how these rosters are going to go. Anybody want to go first on how they think some of these rosters are going to turn out?
Yeah, I got you real quick. All right, Atlanta FaZe is going to be like the team to beat, in my opinion. They got the trio right there, and then they had Draza, nasty. Fuck that guy, but he's nasty at the game. Uh, LAG still going to be some shit cans. Bottom of the league, not going to do much. I think Royal Ravens is going to be a team that's kind of like a sleeper. I don't know. They could do well. They could do shit. I think Heretics is going to do shit. And then Ultra is another team that I think is going to be like, one of those S tier teams that are going to be competing for that championship every event. I think Optic is just going to be overrated. I think there's a lot of hype coming in because they have Pred, but I think once again they're just going to fail to meet expectations and break everybody's heart. I think those are like the big teams for me.
Yeah, man, he's lying, man. Dude, why would you say that about fucking Optic? Jesus, I don't cuss, man. Who cares? Why would you say that about Optic? Deep down inside, you fucking want them to win, man. Come
Dude,
on,
I
now.
want them. That's why I
Yeah.
said they're gonna break my heart. I
Nah,
deep
stop
down I
lying,
want them
man.
to
You're gonna
win.
pick them to win every week, man. We
I
know it. Your
am.
pick'ems is
I
Optic every
am.
time, man. Major 1, Major 2, Major 3, bro. You think Optics win it all? It's okay.
Dude, 100%. But I know they're gonna lose every time.
But so back on teams. Yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, I couldn't tell you who I like. But like you said, the favorites, FaZe, Ultra, I
For
guess
sure, for
Optic,
sure.
Thieves up there. I don't know. You just got to see how they play. But yeah, I think I might have to go with Ultra this year. Yeah, there's not really. I don't know. No one really stands out to me. And I kind of like Scrappy, talk shit. So that's me. So have a rock with him. But like these teams at the bottom, like Vegas,
Dude, I think
Gorillas.
Vegas might be good if they replace Standy.
Dude, I heard Standy's on the bench. I seen a clip.
He's got to be
Pred was
first one
talking
to
to
go.
Tatch, and he said that he was on the bench. I don't know who's in place for him, but yeah, just heard he's on the bench. Ravens, shout out. They're in what Charlotte, Raleigh, wherever the fuck they are. Shout out to them, but yeah, it's Placer's washed.
That's crazy.
Surge.
Empire fan.
Sir, dude, I only like Crim
That's
6.
what
Come on
I'm
now.
saying.
I'm a Crim 6 fan, dude. If he was in the league, I don't care what team he's on, man. He's winning it all. We go to Surge. Told y'all already, man. They got 3 people that, RC's not crying if Illy's thumb works and Hoop pops some fucking Addy. I mean, dude, they might could sneak up on some people and end up top 3 at a few events. I don't know about winning. They might grab one, but they definitely could sneak up and get a few top placements.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm probably just gonna go down the list here. Atlanta FaZe obviously is gonna be a top 2 team, probably top 1. Given the past few seasons, given the past record, most people will argue back and forth whether or not they're an Optic fan if FaZe is good this year or not. And most of the time, they're pretty much good. With New York subliners, you're adding in Sib instead of Priesta. I kind of agree with what Methods and pretty much what Methods said on the breakdown, that if subliners were going to keep Priesta, then they were going to keep him. It wasn't going to be like a contractual and money thing.
Yeah, it
It's
wasn't about the
because-
contract.
Yeah, it's because they
Oh
didn't
yeah,
want him on
nah,
the team.
my man got fucked over.
So I think adding Sib is probably going to be good at the beginning of the game when people really don't know much on how to play. But I think later in the season when people start catching up knowledge-wise, I think they might slow down a little bit. For Rocker, fuck, I don't even know Rocker. Accuracy is back on Rocker, so everybody's going to make memes about the optic shit. Lens, I heard, is really good. I think, is he the French player, or is that Abuza? That's French. One of them.
Abuza, I believe.
Abuza is
Abuza.
French, and Lens is Australian? Or New Zealand? One of the
Beats
two.
the fuck out of me.
He's an international player. One of the two.
For sure,
But I
yeah.
heard that he's really decent. Awakening always is someone people either love or hate. They either think he's really good or really bad, depending on who you talk to. I think he's pretty consistent. He's one of the top slayers. Then you also have Vivid coming in. He's one of your faster slayers, one of your faster SMGs. People really give credit to him for being one of the more impactful players on rosters, especially back in that Cold War Dallas Empire age. People were saying that he was one of the more impactful players then. Royal Ravens, Jesus Christ. They say that this roster is good now, but that's always how Clay's rosters are at the beginning of games. Because he has them fucking scrim on day one. So they're literally playing every single map scrimming day one. And so, and GodRx is the same way. He'll be an early grinder, but towards the middle, the end of the season, they're not usually that good.
Yeah, I think if they win, it has to be major 1 or 2. No way
Yeah.
they win anything past that.
Gwen was rumored in the off season to be on like 70 different teams, and so obviously people were interested in him. The main rumor was him being on Seattle, but he ended up on Ravens. So obviously he's got some kind of stock in him. So we'll have to see what he has to offer. Then Real is, I guess, he's one of the international players as well. I think he's Spanish. I haven't seen anything on him in the EU scene really, but I've just seen his name in top contender teams over the past few years. For Boston Breach, I'm just going to say you have Priesta and Slasher, which is going to be your veterans with your rookie Snoopy. LA Thieves, already been said, is going to be a sleeper team. Definitely one that can slip into the top 3, top 4. Optic, it's Optic. LAG, shit team. Seattle Surge, another sleeper team. I think can easily be a top 3, top 2 team if given the right discipline and given the right scenarios. Ultra is going to be one of your top 2 teams. Obviously, adding Envoy was a smart decision by kicking out Hixie. Even though he got screwed over, he still should be in the league, but he should not be on Ultra. Miami Heretics is going to be the Spanish team. They're probably going to end up being top 6. And then Vegas Legion is Vegas Legion. So, any qualms? I took a million years there, but
No, I mean, I pretty much agree with everything. I think Ravens are gonna be like a T8 team, like throughout the year. You know, I think Breach are gonna be one of the bottom teams. I'm just not a big Slasher fan. Subliners, they should realistically be T4, but I'm gonna put them like T8. I don't know. I don't see them meshing well together. Rocker, that team just looks ugly. Same with LAG and Legion. I still think Legion would be better without Standy. Heretics, haven't seen them since BO4. I can't remember what I ate last week, so who the fuck knows if they're good or not. LAT sleeper team. FaZe should be in the grand finals. Same with Optic, every single major, but I know they won't be. And that's about it. Oh, Ultra is also going to be good.
Yeah,
T2 team for sure.
does anybody have anything else to say about anybody new or anybody move rosters?
Oh, I think Gwen's going to pop off.
Yeah.
Be a standout for Ravens.
The only thing I really hope with the Gorillas roster is Fame gets his chance finally, because I think he got hoed on Rocker last year with him switching roles 3 times throughout the season.
I think Diamond Con too. Diamond Con
Yeah.
deserves it.
How Assault keeps making himself back into the league. I mean,
Oh God, him and
he's got the
GodRx.
stats to back him up, but there's still, I think, other people that should be in that spot. But cool. So we're gonna move on to the coaches poll, and so this is what the coaches have put the teams for match week 1. This is their pre-CDL rankings, and so kind of looks pretty standard to what most people think. I think some of the surprises here, though, is seeing LA Thieves in the A tier and seeing teams like Minnesota Rocker and your New York Subliners in your B tier. So what do you guys think about some of these placements here?
I think Ghosty brings a lot to the team. I think Optic dropping Ghosty was a huge L. No disrespect to Kenny, but I think just based off of last year, Ghosty was just he was doing things. I mean, yeah, he had a shitter event at Champs. It's unfortunate, but I mean, he joined the team, really turned it around. So I think that's why I think he can really take the squad he has. I mean, and that's why they're an A tier. The B tier, I don't agree with Rocker being there at all. I think Rocker's a C tier team. If anything, I'd move. Honestly, I think move Rocker down and maybe NYSL to A tier. I think they're going to do really good at the beginning of the year. I think they're just going to be, flying at people. And then once people start putting together, how to actually play the game, we'll start to see them regress. But I think to start off the year, they're going to start off hot.
I think it's interesting that Vegas is not in D tier.
Yeah,
But that's just me.
Automatically considered.
Yeah, automatically shit. Yeah.
And that's
I think this is one of their better rosters.
Yeah, and
Vegas?
that's weird considering they're making a change or thinking about making a change, that they're being put up above a roster that, well, technically it's already changed.
Man, Tat's gonna be back on that couch, bro. I don't even know why he even went there, man. He should have just joined the couch, man. Dude, that team's awful.
We'll get there later.
I think if LAG would have gone with the first rumored roster, they would not be a D tier team. They'd be at least be C tier.
I don't know. I've seen scrim results of ASIM's team, and they're not looking too hot, especially against some of these top challenger teams.
Wait, what I saw or what I've heard, like I watched Crowder, his podcast with Ben. They were saying ASIM were like dropping people.
Really?
Yeah. Cause they're live every day.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything recent.
And
So
with Don live in the pit.
Yeah, dude, I was watching Don and them, and they were getting absolutely dropped off by the Heretics.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Heretics and Rockers should switch, and then I think this is an alright list.
I agree.
I can see that.
Maybe drop a C into D.
Yeah,
I honestly
Vegas.
think-
Yeah, Vegas should be down there with
Boston's
LAG.
too low. I think Boston should be B tier.
I think Slasher's not gonna stay on that team long. I think it's just not gonna work out.
I think they were
Yeah,
more
he's-
trying to build around him though.
Nah, dude, no way, bro. They kept Snoopy for a reason, man.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Capsule out.
No, dude. It's gonna be Slasher. He'll be the first one. He not just because his age, but just his play style is too slow.
Yeah, it's gonna be him versus Snoopy, and they're
Oh,
automatically gonna keep
yes, I
Snoopy.
mean-
So
Hey, man.
I mean, yeah, Snoopy just flies at him. He never knows. Like he does not slow down. I think Slasher is just gonna hate that because he's such a slow AR and just wants to play the game so slow.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna have to deal with it, man. That's how I got dropped in MW, man. Too slow. Well, we're not talking about that game.
another thing, LA Thieves being up in A tier. A lot of people, especially other pros and things, have put LA Thieves at the highest in B tier. Some have even put them in C tier, which I haven't seen recent scrim results, so I can't really say much on what they look like. But I guess according to the coaches, I mean, they're the ones that look at the scrims, or they're the ones that actually played the teams.
Yeah.
So,
I think Afro and Cammy have a lot to prove after last year's results.
yeah, they just might be more hungry for it.
Yeah,
For
if
sure.
Afro's like going off, I mean that team's gonna be nasty.
And Joe Deceives in a new environment with like decent teammates around him now. Good coaches. JCap might be turning Joe Deceives into like a new Shotzi.
Might be a lot different than what most people think. Ultra up in S tier, Phase in S tier, obviously that's expected. Optic in A tier is expected as well. So I think we kind of ran through everything else. Ravens roster, of course, C tier. Probably maybe after this week, if they're as good as people say they are in scrims, they might move up to B tier. Who knows? Does anybody have anything else to say about these rankings before we move into the predictions for the weekend?
I think just based off of the scrim results I've seen with Optic, I know recently I've heard that they've been slamming teams, but I know like to start off with they were getting slammed, so I can see them going either way, either dropping down to B tier or moving up to S tier after this weekend, seeing how things go.
Yeah, we'll look at those, or we'll talk about that when we get to these pick'ems here. So, right now we're looking at my pick'ems, and I've only done pick'ems I've done pick'ems for every day this week. Good, so I'm prepared. So on Friday we have Boston versus FaZe. I have that one flat 3-0. I just think FaZe is gonna come out hot.
Yeah, I don't think Boston stands a chance.
They might steal the control because FaZe weren't the best at control last year, but I mean it's a little bit of a different game, so it might play
I don't-
different.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any pro scrim control, so I have no idea what to expect from any of the teams.
Depending on the map, high rise control is really offense heavy, and so you could really see.
Yeah, I heard that was gonna be like the checkmate,
Yeah, and then you
the
have
random map.
pretty much, and then you have sub base that might be included because spawns. The spawns got flipped in the recent update. So now attackers spawn where defenders spawned, and so that's how it was, I guess, originally supposed to be planned, because somebody pointed it out on Twitter, and so they might be trying that map out soon for control. But that's a good point. Most people haven't really scrimmed a lot of control, so you can see a lot of teams that won't be as good in the mid and the end of the season steal some of those maps, and maybe even steal some of the series against some of these top teams, just because of that randomness of control, especially with how new the game is.
Yeah, but the map 2 should easily be phases,
100%.
and map 1s should probably easily be phase,
Probably
just
off
from
of
the slang power.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Oh no, dude, I feel like
Yep.
Breach takes one, man.
You think so?
Yeah, I have 3-1.
Yeah. Everybody else has a 3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Surge and Thieves. So this one I actually have Surge coming out on top in the 3-2. I think once again that week 1 randomness is gonna hit, and that's gonna allow Surge to steal something from Thieves. But I think
See,
that
I
one
got
goes map
Thieves.
5.
I got Thieves winning game 5. I think it's just gonna come down to S&D. I mean, I know Illy's great at S&D, but I just think I just think LAT is gonna ice him out. Pull it out.
Yeah. Plain and simple. Archides is on Surge, so Thieves is winning this matchup. I do think it's gonna be 3-1. I think Surge is either gonna take the S&D or the control, either or. But I think Thieves are gonna come out on top.
Yeah, I also got Thieves winning, but I have them winning 3-2. So I don't know what Austin's smoking on, you and Austin, but I need some of it. That Pond Park's getting to y'all.
You and Austin have the same results.
Yeah, dude, I have
Oh,
Thieves winning.
dude, I guess I'm smoking on that Pond Park, man. I thought Austin
Yeah,
had them Surge
nah.
too. Well,
No, Surge is
Mixie,
way too
I don't know what
inconsistent.
you're smoking on, man, but I
always
need it.
have a rogue result, and it always goes right most of the time. So
Dude,
Man.
what is that bottom one? I mean, we ain't gotten there yet, but damn, what is that?
Man, Man, dude, skip to it. We
Shit.
might as well go to it, bro.
Are we
Come
talking about
on.
New York and Optic?
Yeah,
3-0?
Yeah, I think that's
3-0?
3-0. 100%.
Yeah, I got Optic winning
Really?
game 5, but that's just because I'm gonna dick ride Optic till the day I die. And I'll be disappointed
It's
every
just
time.
just because you're an Optic fan and you're like trying to
I'm
reverse
trying to do the
juju
reverse
it.
curse.
Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Because he went for Optic every time last year. Like,
Nah, he
Hey,
100% is doing that because look, he has fucking Optic losing to Rocker. Like 100%, he's trying to
Oh
do the
yeah,
reverse.
for sure.
I've got the clip.
Either that or you're trolling.
I've got the clip. I've got the New York Subliners clip. What do you want for Major 1?
nah.
I do remember that.
But
I-
no,
I remember that as
That's
well.
crazy,
I believe
the-
that
He don't
Subliners
want
are
that
not.
scuff, man. He don't want to come in first place.
No, I told you, Civ at the beginning of the game is nasty because all he does is kill war. And so before people learn how to play fundies in this game, before they know,
Bro,
how to
dude,
play
he's
the
not
game-
out-
But you
outgunning
got like the
Dashy,
shoot
man,
it straighter, like
That's what I'm saying. He's not
never
outgunning
Bruce,
Dashy, man.
Like that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
I'm
I
sorry.
think this is gonna be like Dashy's year. I mean, I think
Like,
Shotzi
Dashy
is
can
gonna
go
make a
back to
bounce
playing
back.
Val and still shit on that man, man. Come on.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go 3-2. They're gonna take the S&D map 5. Optic.
Optic edge it out 3-2. What else? Mike?
Wait, that's what you have it now? You're switching yours
no,
to 3-2?
that's what.
No,
Brady
that
just
was
said.
Oh,
me.
you're
that was
just
me.
agreeing with what Brady said? Yeah. I got Optic winning that 3-2.
3-2, and then you have the
Yeah.
same. Austin.
Yeah, 3-2.
3-2.
Optic winner.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys are right. Next day on Saturday, Miami Heretics versus Royal Ravens. I think Royal Ravens takes care of business here. I don't think I think the Heretics are good, which I haven't seen scrims, but scrims are showing some good results apparently. But I just don't think they're good enough to take on the Ravens right now, from hearsay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think they might steal a map, but I don't see them winning. I think Ravens got this 3-1.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
Man, whoever made this match the double point match, yeah, they need to go reevaluate. But Clayster's washed. His girlfriend broke up with him. He's down bad. He's been playing the game since day one, and it's still not gonna help.
Dude, he's not focused on her anymore, man.
It doesn't matter, man. It's still not gonna help, bro. He's
Dude,
Doug Spencer
that
Martin
is last
2.0,
year's
man.
news,
No,
man. He don't
Doug,
care.
Doug Spencer Martin 2.0, man.
He's
Thinking-
focused. He's
He
focused.
thinking that girl's gonna help him get better, man. You plateau, man. You hit the age, man.
Dude,
you hit
all
the
I'm gonna
wall.
say, dude, is in the scrims I've seen, Real's been on like 130 ping, still dropping 30 kills, and they've been
He's-
winning. So
He's still in Canada, I believe.
Man, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter,
so-
man. It doesn't matter, man. Miami's winning this 3-1.
I think you're smoking
Mark
crack.
Who's
my
on the
words.
roster?
Couldn't tell you. Vic was the only one I know, man.
He's
But
going
trust me, that
solely
hair
off of
that
Clay
that
hate.
hair
He's going
transplant helped
solely
him.
off of Clay hate.
Yeah, Clay hate for sure.
Yeah, dude, Clay's old, man. He got Crim 6 kicked out, man. I
That's
will never
crazy.
respect him.
Damn. So on that note, we're gonna move to the next match. Minnesota Rocker versus Vegas Legion.
News fest,
Hey, you got a
man.
mid off right here, dude.
Oh,
I got
God.
Rocker winning 3-1.
Snooze fest, man.
Mid off. This is your
For
take a break,
sure.
take a smoke break, your snack break, whatever. Go get whatever. Go take your
Go to
shit.
McDonald's, get some food, come back, type
Go watch
shit.
TikTok, do whatever, and then come back to watch.
But Rocker for sure. Like I said, Standy, that dude just bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, we got
I
some
don't know.
standing hate in here,
Like
too.
out of everyone on Vegas last year, he's the one they kept.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
It
They did
just
Tim
doesn't make
crazy,
sense.
man.
Like that's
They
just
did
like the
Tim
smart
crazy,
move
man.
from LAG a couple years ago. Like it just doesn't make sense. But you know,
So you would
whatever.
take Tej over Standy?
No, I know
I'd
exactly.
take
who you
Tej.
Ugh,
Tej, Temp, either one.
I mean, I would take Tim, but I would not take Tej.
And they did
not
Tim
a
dirty,
fan.
bro. He literally gave him his life, and they just kicked him to the curb.
Facts, that man sacrificed so
Done
much.
with all that bullshit just to
I'm
get dropped.
saying. Career
He'll
tank
be
because of
back.
that.
He'll be back.
That's why that music's better, man.
Him and Tej. The
Yeah, they'll
duo.
probably both be back on Vegas.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Rocker 3-0s, man. To be honest.
And we go straight from a mid off to probably
Oh shit
almost
on.
like murder right in front of your eyes.
Dude, yeah, no, that's just gonna be pure slammage.
And so LAG, I just don't think are gonna be able to do anything against Ultra right now.
Dude, it's gonna
Scrappy
be a
might play
3-0.
mouse and keyboard.
Dude, it's gonna be a 3-0. They're gonna get 100-point clubbed first map. They're gonna lose 6-0 second map, and then get 3-0'd in the control. Like it's not even gonna be close.
But you never know.
Damn,
It could be
Dylan
one of
Envoy.
those. It could be one of those Paris Legions from MW19 when they came and who they shit on. They shit on somebody that was good.
Dude, that was like phase and like that was late in the season though.
Yeah, and so like you never know.
Man, this man Scrap's gonna be tweeting on his phone mid-match, man.
Oh god.
It's gonna be like,
Hardpoint
can I get some
tweeting.
competition? Like someone shoot back? Like,
Then
Dude, that
Dylan
man's gonna be
Envoy is
hitting the
gonna drop
pin. What you talking
16
about?
in S&D.
Yeah, so we pretty much agree on that one. That one's just gonna be a 3.
Yeah, for sure. That's a smoke show.
Breach versus Surge. I feel like we're gonna have.
I got
different ones
Surge.
here.
I got
I
Surge
agree with
3-1.
you here. Yeah.
yeah,
I got Surge
3-2.
3-1, 3-1, 3-2. Okay.
I just don't think Boston's a great team. I don't think it's not gonna mesh well. It's not gonna their style is just not gonna work. I feel like any team could pretty much beat them, except maybe LAG.
So conflicting play styles. Well,
Big
apparently
slasher
Shotzi
hater.
came out and said that they shit on them in scrims. And so
Who
I just
did?
don't think Slasher should be in the league anymore.
Shotzi said they came out and shit on Boston. Well, actually, Pred said they shit on somebody. Then Shotzi came out and said they played Boston. early
Dude, that
in
was
scrims.
that was a yeah on the podcast, right? Or the breakdown.
Yeah.
Cause Pred came out and he didn't want to say who it was, and then Chauncey was like, "Yeah, we just scrimmed Boston." And Pred was like, "Yeah, we slammed them."
So that we might be right there with that 3-1, 3-0.
I just think
3-2.
Slasher and P-Dog, I just don't see any of that. P-Dog literally got carried on subliners, and that's why he ended up getting dropped. I mean, he dropped 3 kills in that one control?
Man, without him, they don't win, bro. Come on now.
Cap.
For
I
sure,
think you
for
put any-
sure. But I mean, I
People
definitely think
just-
Sib's a better upgrade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
put
I
the
mean, for
slang power
sure, but-
behind what Priest could do.
I mean, and then you have Slasher, who's just going to be camping. He's going to be going
Like their
neg every
slang
map.
power is it's just not there. You got Slasher.
I mean, I think they'll be good
Capsule's
at
gonna have to be
S&D.
dropping 30 bombs.
I think they'll be good at S&D, but that's it. I think he just moves too slow in hard points to really help them at all.
That's what I'm
Snoopy's just
saying.
gonna be
That
Snoopy's
team's
just gonna
like
be
us,
flying.
man. If Slashers top fragging, they're losing, man. Slashers are
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
anytime
If
Austin
I'm
top
top
fragging, we
fragging,
lost.
yeah,
Like,
we're losing. Like, nah, I gotta be
And
just
is
soaking up kill
Snoopy
time.
is he gonna start hot or like?
I think he's gonna be
I mean,
the
we
only
only
bright
saw him
spot
at
on this team.
champs.
yeah, I
And
definitely think he
if
starts
you're
slow.
playing at champs and it's your first champs and you know you're not gonna make it far, you're just kill whoring. 100%.
I think he's just gonna come out and kill horror off the rip.
I don't know. He might
Keep
try
his
to play more
stock up.
team oriented with these matches, and it might show some weaknesses there. But Sunday, Carolina versus Vegas. This has potential to be a mid off, 100%.
Whew.
Ravens 3-0.
It's another mid off
If
for
Ravens-
Yeah,
sure.
I'm with you on the
Ravens 3-0.
3-1 though, but
If Ravens are as good as people think, then this could definitely be a mid off.
I think Clay's just gonna have like that fire playing against Legion for some reason. He's just gonna like smoke the shit out of them.
That's the
He's gonna be
only
dropping
reason why
30s.
I have it
Yeah.
3-1 and not like a 3-2.
That's the only reason this like matchup is decent, just because of that like history.
And then Subliners versus Gorillas. That's obvious, 100%. Gonna be a 3-0.
LAG 3-0.
Yeah,
really
I'm see
don't
Gorillas
know
getting
if
the
it's
map all
gonna
weekend.
happen because that
That
shit is
is-
gonna be over before you know it.
It's literally just gonna be just as bad as when LAG played Ultra. LAG have like the hardest schedule.
Yeah, so there's gonna be some trick shots in there. LAG, unfortunately, just does not have a good week this week. Ultra and Subliners back to back is very unfortunate for a.
Yeah, them and Boston Loki shafted.
Yeah, that is unfortunate doing by the league ops teams, but you know, suck. I guess if they're good enough, they'll take a map or two. But I don't think so. I don't think that LAG has enough to take a map off of two of the top teams for the past couple of years.
I
Atlanta.
think they barely
FaZe-
have.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you can continue. It doesn't matter.
FaZe versus Thieves. That one's gonna be a good one. That's probably gonna be the best match of the weekend. If you don't consider the Optic versus Subliners match one of the best ones. But FaZe versus Thieves is definitely gonna be a good one, especially with all this hype going into LA Thieves moving into this weekend.
I got FaZe 3-0. I think LA Thieves is a good team. I think the 3 maps will be close, but I just think FaZe has the edge on every single mode. I mean, I think they just have better in every aspect.
I'm not seeing a 3-0 there. I could see a 3-1. Definitely for FaZe though, for sure. I think Thieves is a sleeper team, but just not right now. They're not gonna have it figured out this early. So
I
I
think
think
if
FaZe is gonna have it pretty
yeah,
easily.
I think they're just gonna get. I think it's gonna be a close hard point, a close S&D. LA Thieves might be able to take the control. Not
Yeah,
100% how.
that's the thing I think they're gonna take is control.
And I think they're just gonna go back to. They're gonna play FaZe close in the hard point, but just lose.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a 3-1 phase. I just don't think these has what it takes on the opening weekend to take down phase.
Yeah, I agree with Austin. I think that the maps are gonna be close, but I think it's just gonna be that 3-1. I agree with everyone else. I don't think they have what it takes. To end the weekend, Optic Texas versus Minnesota Rocker. This is gonna be a meme fest, obviously, with last year's SAE
Ooh.
debacle. Even though Cammy is going to be on the LA Thieves team,
SAE,
they're still
Cold
going to
War.
meme the hell out of it, and so there's probably
Dude,
going to be a lot of.
accuracy is fucking dog shit. I don't understand why this man
Then
keeps finding his way into the league. Like he
that's
just needs to
another.
get out of here.
That's another way they're going to meme the hell out of this match is with
The
accuracy
Cold
as
War
well. The
lineup.
Cold War. So
Dude, they already
um,
are. I know you
yeah,
guys saw the
they've
Twitter
already
clip
seen
of
it.
like the animated camo.
That was very very creative. Social media teams.
One real? No,
No,
I'm trolling.
no.
Trolling.
Social media teams for Rocker doing pretty good this
Yeah,
season.
they don't give a fuck for
Yeah,
sure.
so far. But this match, I think Rocker still takes Optic. I might change this back to Optic, taking it over Rocker. But I still think that Optic is going to be pretty shaky. Still going to be a little bit behind in regards to how their team works together because it is a brand new team besides Dashy and Shotzi. But bringing in Kenny and Pred is not just like bringing in one person to your team. So that's two very different players and very impactful players. So I think it's gonna
I
take a minute for them to kind of catch
I
up.
think the first map is gonna mean everything. If they get slammed first map, series is chalked. Kenny's gonna try to get them regain, but I don't see it. I think if they come out hot on the first map and they slam Rocker, then it's like series is over, and they're just gonna be firing on all cylinders. I think there's just Dashy's just too good for accuracy. Actually, dog shit. Don't know why he's in the league. Like all he's good for is soaking uphill time.
We've all got some strong feelings of certain players in the league. It's pretty crazy.
Man, he's really strong about that one though, man.
Dude, no, accuracy is literally just another version of Kenny. Turns up against the Optic, but he is dog shit against every other fucking team.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenny went on to win champs in Vanguard, but like, I just, I don't, I don't think he should be in the league. I think Temp should be on Rocker before accuracy. You know, I just think there's so many other better players and challengers right now, and there's some players that I don't understand how they keep finding spots in the league.
Yeah, man,
Like,
I don't know,
like
but
you guys said, Assault, dude. How the fuck is Assault back in the league?
I don't know, man, but I think Optic I think Optic wins this 3-1. You know, they play what? Subliners Friday, and I have that as a 3-2 Optic, but it can go the other way and be 3-2 Subliners. And I just don't see Optic losing 2 games in one weekend, especially
Yeah.
opening weekend. So like if they lose that one, they definitely win this one against Rocker. And yeah, I really think it could be possibly 3-0, depending on how they come out. But if they come out slow, they definitely end up winning 3-1. But they're gonna win that series.
I think.
All right.
Yeah.
I have it all depending on Friday's matchup. If they lose the subliners, I think they tank and lose the Rocker. Go 0-2 for the weekend. And then they take shit more serious in practice because Kenny is not going to take that shit. He's not going to take loses or losses to them. So, but I think they beat NYSL, so I think they're going to beat Rocker, go to 3-1 Optic.
I think it really just depends if Dashy Dashy's vibes. Like if he's fucking with everybody, then I think it's gonna be fine. I think I mean, there was some out of game beef with him and Ghosty, and that's why that
Well, it
fell
was him.
apart.
It was Ghosty and the whole team.
Yeah, I know there's some, but I don't see them having that same kind of beef with Kenny and Pred. I mean, they wanted to bring on Pred last
Well,
year.
Kenny's definitely
So
the leader for sure.
yeah.
They've said he's been the
I
most vocal in scrims.
I think I just don't see like the vibes being off like how they were last year. So I think if they're beating Rocker regardless. It's just the toss up of I think if they beat New York, they might come out a little sloppier against Rocker, but I think at the end of the day, like Mike said, they're still going to beat Rocker regardless.
I actually think the opposite of the whole vibe thing because I think this team is probably one of the more emotional teams out of all the 12. Because if you look at the track records of people like Pred and Kenny, they get really, really tilted really, really quick, or they get checked really, really quick. If you go and watch Pred's streams, a lot of the times, especially when he's playing against his eights or if he's playing like pro scrims, if he gets joked a lot, he tilts really easily. And then Kenny, I don't think is going to mix very well with that, especially because of how serious he takes everything.
Yeah, he's just not gonna put up with it.
And then
I mean, from what I've seen is that he does that shit in eights, but he doesn't do it in scrims. Like he's different in scrims.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I haven't watched scrims, so I can't really say anything about that. But I think if there was a point for emotion to take control over them, I think this roster would be the roster to kind of explode really quickly, especially because Dashy's a pretty emotional player as well. And so when he gets pissed off, he just shuts down, apparently. Um, so if they all get tilted at each other, then this team could really go sour really quick, I think. But if all goes well, which it sounds like it has been, I think that they could probably be pretty successful, at least against Rocker. So I think I'm going to change my score. Actually, I think I'm going to go with a 3-3-1 here.
I think the biggest thing that would hurt Optic right now is just because they had a late start to scrims because of the whole visa issues with Pred.
Yeah.
But I think they have the firepower to beat any team in the league. It's just the fundamentals and not the Optic curse of getting to Sunday and then getting knocked out.
Yeah. I think within the next couple weeks they should be caught up. But does anybody have anything else to say about the matchups for this weekend?
I'm
I'm
pretty
good.
excited. I'm glad to have the CDL back.
For sure.
Fuck them it being on YouTube though, because YouTube fucking sucks.
You just 2 times it. That's the only thing that's better about YouTube.
And you gotta rewind if you miss something.
That's pretty dope.
I'd still rather watch on Twitch.
But let's go back to these rosters and let's talk about who we think are going to be some of the kind of the goats of the season, some of the busts of the season. So far in this game, you're looking at ARs going to be the goats, depending on the team. I think, and I think
Yeah.
some of the ARs
I
are
heard
some of the better players.
I heard there's a lot of 4 AR maps. Like Invasion is one. Like they might pull out a one sub for 1 or 2 hills, but for the most part, from what I've watching scrims and stuff, it's just teams running 4 AR. So I think that's one thing that like might help Seattle Surge. Like they picked up 3 ARs and Abuza they have running a sub, but I mean there's multiple maps where you're running a 4 AR meta. So I think Abuza is going to be able to shine in that aspect just because he's going to be able to play that role that he was brought in.
I think Awakening's got a lot to prove.
I agree.
Attach. I think he's gonna be a bust. I've never been an Attach fan. I think, like Mike said earlier, he should have joined the couch and just went to content,
I'm saying, man.
joined Zim on the flank or something.
I think this is
Um,
Dashy's year, 100%. Dashy's going to go off, and I think if anybody's going to be a bust,
you have Dash as your
probably
MVP.
I do. I think he's gonna finally put it together and get an MVP year. And I think accuracy is my bust. I think he's gonna get dropped again.
I think I'm gonna put Draza as my MVP. I think Draza's gonna do really well this season, especially being on phase. I think his mentality and his mindset mixed with the skill on phase. I mean, obviously a cop out to pick Draws as MVP, but I still think it's a smart choice. But yeah,
I mean, I think the move works out amazing. You just Cell moves to that main AR. He plays a little bit slower. You have Draza playing the
A better
flex.
flex,
Yeah,
and
like
more
I
of a
think that
true
works out.
flex.
You know, you
That
don't
team's
have
gonna be
Cell.
disgusting, or
Yeah,
should
you
be
don't have
disgusting.
Cell won't be
Um,
snaking this year.
I think I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Scrap as my MVP.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna be yours. I have a
I
Yeah,
knew
backup
it
just
was.
in case.
I was looking, and I just, yeah, he's like the only one I can really root for
Yeah,
right now.
that was gonna be mine, but since you picked him, I'm gonna go Beezy. Finally getting his credit.
that's actually a good choice because I think Simp's playstyle is getting punished because of the 3AR meta, and then the Beezy's is actually getting rewarded because his is actually more like tactical and slower.
Yeah, but Sims had like kind of starting. I mean, I say falling off, but he's still playing like really well. But he's like not at performing as well as he did when he first came into the league. Like what last year was his
I
worst
mean,
year when it
he'll
came.
never be a 3 simp again, but like,
Telling you, bro, what help? I can't say what I want to say, but what would help him, everyone knows.
Um,
But,
dude.
Patch him to the
dude. Okay,
but,
I get it.
but now if I have to choose my bust, it's gonna be Clayster. He's done for, man, dude. His career,
Dude,
he needs to just call it quits,
I
man.
think no. This is gonna be his last year, bro. 100%.
Oh,
But
bro, he's not,
he's gonna.
dude. Every COD they've retired people. He's getting retired halfway through the season.
Do you think he
He's not
doesn't
gonna
last the whole
retire.
season?
He's not gonna retire. He's gonna last the whole season. He's not gonna retire, but he's gonna pull the tweet. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna take a seat back. This person's gonna step in for me. I got a mental health. All this. I'm telling you, bro. He's hitting the wall, man. The girl's gonna get to him because he's already tweeting about. Oh my God, it's gonna be my first Christmas alone or New Year's or whatever alone in 13 years. Like, dude, you miss her. We get it, man. Like, you shouldn't let her go.
Hey,
He's gonna hit a brick wall. He's gonna turn
Alright,
into
alright.
censor. He's gonna turn into censor. Where he's gonna be playing COD 24/7, thinking it's gonna help him. It's not, man. It's done, man. Just chalk it up. Go find a new hobby like Crim Six, man. Even though Crim Six was still being here dominating, but everyone turned their back on him, man.
Some players I could see retiring. Attach, like we've already said that one. Arcides, put him up there for put him in the hat, Slasher.
Yeah.
I'm looking, and I think that might be it. Just those three. I think everyone else should be able to last the whole season. Maybe accuracy.
Yeah,
Just depends on his performance.
I was 100% gonna say I got accuracy, I got slasher, and then attach, and then Clayster's a maybe. I think I think this will be his last year. I think he's gonna just give it his all. If he doesn't win, he's just gonna call it quits.
I have
Yeah.
players at threat of retiring and then definitely retiring. At threat of retiring, I think is accuracy and probably Arcides. I think if Arcides has one more bad year, he's gone. Definitely
He's just too
retiring.
emotional.
Yeah, definitely retiring. I got Clay, Assault if he has a bad year, and Attach. Those three are definitely.
I forgot about Assault. He's been competing for a while, just not in the CDL.
Yeah, I feel like
I
if he
forgot
drops
this
back
dude
into
won
challengers,
champs.
that he will retire. He will be done.
Loki, I feel the same way about God RX. I feel like if this year doesn't go well for him and he gets dropped down to challengers, he just calls it quits.
He could be close too. That would be one of the younger ones I would believe that would retire a little early.
I mean, he's still been around for a while. Like, what did he make his
BO4.
debut in BO3? I thought it was
Like
BO3.
BO4.
But can we make a,
'Cause
a lawn for how many times RC crossed this season?
dude,
It just depends how good they are. Like,
honestly, dude, I say drop Arcides, bring in Prestini.
I don't know because the teams that Pristini has been on, especially in challengers right now, not very
yeah, they've
good.
broken up.
Yeah, they're not very good. So I don't know if he's that.
I
good
just
at this
think
game.
both of their primes are behind him. I think they got
they
you know
just let a lot of out of game stuff affect their in game stuff. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
for sure, for
And so
sure.
that's just really what keeps them from being
He's a
on good teams.
crybaby, man.
I miss my brother.
I think BO4 was their peak. I think like they came in on a really
When they
high
were
note in
duoing,
IW.
that was their
Yeah,
peak.
I think they came in a really high note in IW when it was what Gunless, Silly, Pristini, and RCDs, and then they were a pretty solid team. Then they go into BO4, still a really good team. What they're under E United and win champs,
I'd
right?
play with them.
Not even that,
But
man. RCDs can
they
be
had
so good, but he lets Twitter fucking gets to him. He just lets too much get to him, and then he starts crying.
Dude,
They
like
get so
Crowder said, bro, you just gotta delete your social
That's
media
what I'm
if you're a
saying,
pro
bro.
player.
Like,
dude,
then
I
he gets
think
on streaming. I'm letting you guys down. Sorry. Like,
tweeting the
yeah,
sad anime
that's what I'm
gifs.
saying,
I
bro.
think
Like,
Like,
you're
dude, you
getting
just got
paid to
3-0
play
smoked,
COD,
bro.
man.
Lock the fuck in.
That's what I'm
I
saying,
think
bro.
him getting dropped from FaZe and then just chasing the money was the wrong fucking approach for him, and I don't think he's ever gonna recover from that.
I don't think
Oh,
you
yeah,
really
that-
chase money going to phase. I mean, you're really chasing success if you're going for phase.
No, no,
He
no,
went
no.
to
I was talking about
Gorillas, though.
no. He was
Oh,
chasing the
talking
money
about
going to
leaving
Gorillas.
FaZe
He
to go
took
to Gorillas?
Man, he
Well, I
thought
mean,
he was
didn't have an
LeBron
option. He got
James,
kicked
man. He
from
thought he was.
FaZe.
Oh, yeah, FaZe
Uh,
definitely didn't want him anymore,
I got
for
kicked.
sure.
no, I
Did
said
you
he
like him
got
to me?
dropped.
I mean,
Yeah, then he started chasing the money, and then now he's just fucked his whole career.
I wonder. I mean, Gorillas might have had
It's
a really
crazy.
had a good offer on the table, and they just probably ripped it from him, just like they did the 3-year contract. So I mean, we really don't know the
I mean,
details
yeah,
of that, but yeah, I mean, I agree.
that dude,
You could look at it that way.
that dude was making bank, played there for 1 year, and then
Dude, what's
yeah,
it called? Who was that? Who was the other one? Sparty?
Bart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3-year
Bart, yeah, dude
contract.
signed 3 year, played one fucking weekend, and got benched.
Are we
And
kidding?
now,
3 years for that guy?
And now
Dude.
his parents are funding him, but not only that, another org is funding his parents' org, which is really weird. But we won't get into that. That will be for a different episode. That'll be for the Challengers episode.
Dude, that first LAG roster is like a fever dream. What was it? It was RCDs, Huke, Spartan, Neptune, right? And then they dropped like 3 of them, bring in the LAG
Last year's roster?
Academy. Yeah, they brought in like the
Yeah.
LAG Academy team, all of them except DiamondCon, right?
He got shafted there.
Now is his opportunity.
I think he's just
some
gonna be mid.
see some dark horse players I got. Vivid. I think he slides under the radar a lot. Pretty good sub last year. But he doesn't have Nero anymore, so I think he relied heavily on Nero last year.
I think Cammy's my dark horse. I think he
For
was playing really
sure.
good, had a shit year, and I think he's gonna bounce back this year.
New team, new environment.
Yeah.
Ellie,
I mean,
Ellie's also another one coming
yeah.
off of an injury.
Honestly, that whole Surge team is dark
Injury, getting
horses.
shunned, kicked to the curb.
Because I mean, Huke was like playing lights out for 2 events last year. If he puts that together for a whole year, because I mean, Huke was fucking nasty back in the day. So,
Oh yeah, if he's not blinking, Huke, oh,
dude, he is.
they're
Dude,
winning
that team will
champs.
be. Yeah, that team
Belly,
is
man.
nasty. If you get like Cold War RCDs,
If that
you
guy's
get,
not blinking,
Go do that
call
lawn,
it.
bro. He locked in.
GG's. GG's.
I think
I
my
think
dark
Surge-
horse is going to be Insight. I think he gets
Ooh,
back
yeah.
to his Cold War days. Yeah.
How long until Eric Boom makes it to the Heretic starting roster?
I think they're going to
one event. I think they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be the first team to switch. I think that they're gonna
Who
lose.
is that man,
and
man?
I think Vickel's out of there pretty quick.
I mean, originally he was on the bench, and then
I
he
thought
got
they
brought
were
in.
gonna, yeah, that's what I thought they were gonna do. Bring in that
Yeah,
whole 4 and just bench him, but
So is this where's this team from? Spain?
Yep.
yeah,
Yes,
Every
full
single one.
Spaniard.
Are they
I
all
think
like
they're in
rookies?
Miami.
Is that the
now.
pro-am? Is this the pro-am roster that Scrappy yelled at, or no?
Yes.
Last year.
Yelled at in
Yeah,
Spanish.
okay.
Yep.
I think they technically all qualify as rookies because this is except Bickle.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah, for
Journey,
sure.
Lucky, Metals, and Eric Boom are all considered
All of
rookies,
them are rookies.
even though they played in the
Esriel,
CWL.
Gwen's a rookie. Lens is a rookie.
Abuza, Snoopy
Abuza.
qualifies as a
Yeah, I'm pretty
rookie
sure
'cause he
Snoopy
only-
does qualify. He does
Yeah.
qualify. He
Yeah,
played
he
2
only played-
games.
And
Yeah.
yeah, you need to play 3 to qualify as a vet or whatever.
Purge is a rookie, right?
He
Mhm.
is, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but I still think rookie of the year for me has to go to Gwen.
I think it's ultimately going to depend on like how the team performs. So I think like Abuza has a pretty good chance just because he does have potential on that team.
Man, I
Um,
don't really know none of these other ones, so I'm gonna have to go with Snoopy. Just a safe bet, you know.
I mean,
I
it
just
is a
think
pretty safe
Snoopy's
bet.
going
You've
to
already
start the
seen him
year
win.
getting
He is probably
slammed.
the favored.
I think Snoopy is. I think he has the highest, or yeah, I think he's at like plus 2.5, and then the rest are like plus 10 after that.
I think I'm gonna go with Abuza. I've heard really good things about him from other pros. Not many people in the public really know much about him unless you kept up with the challenger scene, especially overseas. But a lot of the pros give him a lot of, they tip him a lot, and so I think that he might be one that will show out this season. Yeah. So is anybody else have anything to say about this weekend or any of these rosters before we kind of head out for the week?
I'm not sure if you guys have seen the MVP odds, but literally it's the whole phase roster and then it's scrap. And then I think it's like scrap then Hydra. I mean, like
Yeah, I was trying
people
to
are
find
expecting,
that.
yeah, people are expecting pretty big things out of phase this year.
Yeah.
I
I'm not
mean,
gonna
and I
lie,
think they have the
bro.
right to.
The way Shotzi was talking about Hydra, he low key could go back to back.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing I heard is like Hydra's been going off.
He's just a different beast, apparently.
All I'm gonna say though, CDL champs, wherever the fuck it is, it's gonna be FaZe versus Optic. Optic winning, and I don't know if they're gonna do best of 9, best of 7. If it's a best of 9, then Optic clean sweep.
Man,
Yeah.
if we could
Let's
see
make
your
our let's make
pick'ems
our
for the past
champs
like
our
4 years,
champs grand
man.
finals. Let's make our
Optic
champs.
winning every single one.
A too early champs
Yeah,
prediction.
let's
All
make our
right, all
champs
right.
grand finals predictions first before the first week even starts. Um,
FaZe
Um,
versus Optic, easy lock.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say Ultra versus. I'm gonna go with Surge. Nah, Ultra versus FaZe again.
um,
For sure, Ultra FaZe.
it's
So,
And
definitely
I
ultras.
got Ultra winning it.
I definitely agree with the ultra. I think I'm gonna have to go with ultra and subliners, man.
You think Subliners go all the way back?
gotta rematch it.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna be like I think subliners has to go on a run. You know, like they have to go on that losers run.
Yeah, they got to get hot at the end of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
year
yeah, yeah.
again.
Yeah, it's
Well,
definitely one of
I think
them.
they switched up how they're doing it now. I don't think winners finals plays first. I think it goes losers, then winners final, and then the loser of that plays. That way, winners isn't coming out ice cold against a ice hot team.
And LAN is worth more points now, right?
Yep.
I think so. And there's also less land, so like they're gonna mean a lot more because there's one whole less event this year than
It's
there was last
crazy how
year.
you get us from 5 to 4. And
Yeah,
challengers
but
is rumored to have 3 max. Crazy.
Yeah, isn't the qualifiers like taking a lot longer? Like there's gonna be a lot more matches played for the
Yep.
qualifiers now.
There's 7, right?
Yep.
I think so. And
It's
yeah,
kind of
because last year it was
nasty.
5, right?
I believe, yeah.
So yeah.
Because Optic
I
went
mean,
10-0.
yeah, just to come in second both events and then finish last. Yeah, fucking hurts to think about.
but yeah, like I said, I think I say ultra versus subliners and Scrap wins it this time. I don't think he goes up there and shits himself
No
again.
way, no way they go
That's what I'm
7-0, or
saying.
they get.
He's got to get a redemption
But
year.
yeah, they got to shoot back. You know, like
I mean,
I agree.
with
I agree.
Envoy on the team now, you think they have a chance?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Someone
I
who can
think,
play hill and shoot back.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Optic and subliners. And then I'm gonna dick right at the end and have Optic winning. It's not gonna be a smoke show. It's probably gonna be pretty close. But that's gonna be my prediction for the end of the season. So yeah.
You want to do teams that don't make champs or?
yeah, pretty easy. LAG, Legion, Rocker, How many don't make it? 4?
Yep.
4.
Yeah, Legion, LAG, Rocker, and I'm gonna say Heretics.
Okay, I can agree with Gorillas. I'm gonna agree with Legion too. I'm gonna say
Actually,
Breach don't. I'm gonna say
yeah, I was
Breach
gonna
don't.
say I'm gonna switch Rocker to Breach.
And I think the Heretics have a rough first year for sure. So I'm gonna have them not making it as well.
You said it's 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go LAG, Vegas, Sea Carolina, and yeah, I'm gonna go with the Heretics also. Between them and Rocker, I think Breach makes champs this year. Well, they made it last year, but I don't think they struggle. They're not gonna be a top team, but they'll make it.
Yeah, I think Royal Ravens are gonna make it. I think Clay's last year. I think they're gonna do well enough at the beginning of the year to like kind of get a cushion, and then they're just gonna get slammed the second half
Tell them,
of the
bro,
year.
we're gonna look back at this video and be like, "Dang, Mike was right."
Now we're gonna look
Clay's
back at this and be
ass.
like,
I'm like,
damn, Mike was faded.
I mean,
We're
I
gonna
might
see
be,
LAG,
but
dude. We're gonna see LAG winning everything.
No,
That's what I'm saying. Optic doesn't even make champs.
No, I think
that
it's gonna
happens.
be.
Heck sells the org, man.
yeah, yeah, I imagine. I think
Got
the
to.
teams that don't make it obviously are going to be Vegas, Gorillas, Ravens, and I think I'm gonna go with
Not the Ravens.
I'm gonna think that Rocker doesn't make it, so I think Breach and Heretics make it in as those bubble teams. And then your top 5 are gonna be Optic or gonna be Phase, Subliners, Optic, Surge, Ultra, and Thieves.
Yeah, consistently all year. Phase, Optic, Thieves, my top 3. Consistent all year.
I think if I think Phase, Optic, Ultra, like if they're finishing outside the top 3 at any event, it's like that. It's just a disappointment for them. Like they just have so much talent. No reason why they should be going out top 8. Top 5th, 6th, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's literally gonna be 1 and 2 are gonna be the same. It's gonna be Phase and
Yeah, it's
no
gonna be a
Subliners
skill
at 1 and
gap
2.
again for
And
sure.
then 3, 4, and 5 are all gonna switch, and then 6 and 7 and 8 are gonna all switch, and then everybody's gonna know the bottom 4. So
Yeah, 100% think it's just gonna be Phase at the top all year, and then like I think they're gonna make every grand final this year, and all that's gonna switch up is just if they're playing Subliners, Optic, or Ultra. Maybe Thieves can sneak in there, but I think for the most part, Subliners, Optic, and Ultra are gonna be who Phase play and at every single fucking event.
but yeah, that's our look at week 1 and our predictions for the season. We took an overlook on all the new rosters, the kind of the coaches' opinions on new rosters and the matches for this weekend. So anybody have anything to say before we go?
Follow me on Twitter twitter.com/dactile. Thank you.
X.com/.
It's X, yeah.
Oh, my bad. X.com/dactile.
Follow all socials. They'll be linked in the bio. Things like that. Probably won't be back
Like
for
my
another week.
reply.
Yeah. Probably won't be back for another week, but we might be back for another week. Who knows?
Oh, all you in the Twitter DM. If I don't get a follow after this, man, just don't even think about typing in that chat.
And we'll catch you guys on the